All right, y'all. I had to split this in two parts because the video was too long to upload last week. So if you missed part one, go check out that video before you watch this one for the complete story. Two, because yes, I'm stopping to blow my nose because I'm not blowing my nose on camera if I can help it. When I was in undergrad and studied abroad and went to South Africa, I met the cast of Real World Road Rules Gauntlet in South Africa. And it was actually my 21st birthday. And that was amazing because I was actually kind of sad. There were a lot of things that went on when I was in South Africa that made me sad to not be in America. One, because like when we got over there, you could drink at 18. So there was not as much significance in turning 21 in a country where the drinking age was 18. And two, because we were kind of there and just doing stuff, and it was like, okay, well, this is a birthday, and it was nice, but I remember my maternal grandmother, who I talk about all the time, that was a time where she was sick, her cancer had returned, and I was just praying that God would like let her still be there when I got back. And then we had a classmate who passed away, or whose grandfather passed away, and I remember, again, me being me, like just being so sad because I knew that that was something that I was dreading potentially happening to me and hoping that it didn't happen. And what was the other thing about three, about reading Real World Rules, because I laughed when I was on my last cruise, my solo cruise that I did. I actually sat at a table with the family, Denise and her husband. I had a way of remembering their names. Was it Denise and Thomas? No. Denise was my aunt's name. There was a reason that I was able to remember everybody's name. Was it Kelly? I'm sorry, y'all. That's another video that I will do. So I did vlog their names at one point. So I'll have to correct myself later or make a highlight. Where the mom and daughter were also like Real World and Road Rules Challenge fans. And I think the mom had even auditioned for it. So it was pretty cool. So there's lots of connections in life, and I'm a big person on connections and overlapping and themes and all that kind of stuff. It's significant to me, but it's been a heavy first 3 months. Positive things coming. I've started my AeroGardens back, so I'll be doing AeroGardening stuff. So I was excited about that. What else? Yeah, started my AeroGardens back, so I'll be doing that kind of stuff. Monica is up and doing different things and singing to herself and is fully in love with Moana. There will be more cruise content coming. There will be more Costco content coming. There will be hopefully more giveaways coming because I didn't get to do the St. Patrick's Day giveaway because it's dealing with Monica's hospital stuff and recovery stuff. So sorry, y'all. My Showing the Love giveaway, I still want to do, or maybe I'll do it for Easter. I don't know. Good thing about it is nobody else is sponsoring these giveaways. Nobody else is paying for these gift cards, so I can give y'all what I want when I want to. But I do want to do that, especially because that's something I enjoy doing. So the giveaway winners, we're going to put here and here. These are the giveaway winners that have just been holding in, staying subscribed to the channel. Love y'all. Here we are, giveaway winners. So what I need y'all to do is to reach out to me. My email address is letsfixit. It's LETSFIXIT at fixitwithfran.com. I'm going to put it down at the bottom. Reach out to me. Send me your information so that I can send you the gift cards. Now, what I can also do is to send you a digital gift card or these physical gift cards that I have. Whatever you're comfortable with. If you want me to mail it to you, whatever. We'll talk logistics in the email. But I thank y'all again for being subscribed to this channel, being active. And again, giveaways will be coming up later. So as long as you are active and subscribed and interacting on the channel, you'll be eligible. I want to let y'all know I'm here. The content will be coming. It's been a bit slower than it had been in the past because I had gotten before in my groove and was doing stuff. But I'm really trying to focus on my health, trying to focus on things at the house, just getting my literal house in order, getting my different ventures in order, getting myself just kind of centered on what I want to do next. I feel transitions on the horizon. I don't know if that's a career transition. I don't know if that's really shifting my business or my entrepreneurial focus. I don't know, but something is coming. And that's as much as I'm going to say about that, because you have learned, if I've learned nothing else in life, is that you don't release too much, because as much as you have people that are praying with you, you have people that are against you, and that's just life. And realizing not to tell people too much too soon, because ain't none of your business. But yeah, I thank y'all. I know I've had a lot of new subscribers, so I wanted to tell y'all, if you're here for the Carnival Cruise content, I'm going to try to at least post a cruise video week 1, because in my life, I am, Lord, in some of these Facebook groups, you'll see people going on and on and on about, oh, what am I? What is this? Like, I am a gold level cruiser for now, because I'm coming for platinum, and I'm not that far away. But I love my cruises, and my husband and I have been going on cruises for years. Actually, that was one of the first like longer trips that we took together. I love a cruise. I'm a Scorpio. I'm a water baby. Or am I land? I like the water, regardless of any kind of affiliation or association with any reasons for it. And Monica now, I think I said I already love some Moana, so I feel like my baby is going to be a cruise baby. And because she's not 5 yet, and I think right now with the CDC stuff, they still say that kids under, there's some limits for kids under 12, and then there's some limits for, of course, the kids under 5 as far as the CDC side for now aren't able to get vaccinated. But I think I saw something on the news, me and my husband last night, about potential for 6 months and older to be able to get the Moderna vaccination. So we'll see. We'll see. So I want to be able to take her on a cruise. I think she would really enjoy it. I do, whenever I do a first time cruise, like I have some cruises that were like 2 of my friends that have gone on their first cruise with me, where I try to do like a 4-day cruise, maybe a 5-day cruise, but not a longer cruise for somebody's first cruise. So that if they're miserable, if they hate it, they want to get off, they're just going to Cozumel and back. I know some people are like, oh, they don't like Cozumel. It's not a thing for them. Cozumel, for me, y'all are going to see me go to Cozumel a couple more times, because I do have, oh, my earring. I do have, oh, my earring back's not on. Where's my earring back? Technical difficulties. About 6 cruises booked, and I got 6 more booked, but not for next year. Like this coming year has 3, because we're doing our first back-to-back. So I'll be telling y'all about my first back-to-back later on this year, and then I am doing a cruise for my birthday, so that'll be in November. So, spoiler alert, that's coming. So, again, if you're here for the cruise stuff, if you like the cruise videos, stay tuned, keep a watch, because more cruises will be getting added to my Carnival cruise list. We may at some point do a Disney cruise, but again, I want Monica to be older so she can enjoy that. What else is happening? I'm not going to say that yet. But I will be doing some projects that are going to be outside of the box for what you've seen from me so far on this channel. And I'm excited about it. I will be vlogging that experience. It's a very New Orleans specific experience, so that'll be cool. For my garden folks, there'll be lots of gardening stuff happening. I am more determined, in addition to my aerial gardens, to doing some outdoor gardening. I actually had a pumpkin, y'all, that grew for me out of my compost pile, and literally is a pumpkin. I'll try to put in the picture, sitting on the patio. Like, it grew, I guess, when did it start? I got the pumpkins in the fall. They composted probably November, December, November. What month is it now? So I think I took it off the vine either late January or early February. Oh yeah, it was a winter pumpkin, I guess. I don't know. I don't know the regular harvesting days. I had never tried to grow a pumpkin before. And the time that I did actually plant pumpkin seeds, they never germinated. And when we had them at the community garden, they did well, and then there were vine borers happening. So I never tried to plant any at the house, but then life happened and the compost pile decided to give me one. So I'm going to do more with setting those up, because when we moved to this new house, we never officially set up our garden beds in the back. Our garden beds in the front are snapping back in the sense of, literally, I'm going to put some pictures here. I have snapdragons that I planted the first year that like died out, fizzled out on me. Like I could have sworn, y'all, that I pulled up the roots. Like there were no more. And then I laid down our gravel mulch that we did, those river rocks. All of a sudden, like I was pulling weeds one day and I said, wait, I think that's a snapdragon. And it was, y'all. Like snapdragons, I guess they might have self-seeded or did whatever they wanted to do, because I'm 99% sure that when I planted the grasses that I put down to go along with the gravel, like there were no plants there. There were a few, what are they, milkweed? Yeah, no. They're butterfly plants, but I can't remember the name of these particular ones. I'll have to put in a picture of that too. So those were there. Pentas, that's what they were. They were some purple pentas and some white pentas. The pentas are starting to grow back too. So for a lot of my landscaping, if you're new here on that, I try to use perennials. I'll try to use things that might be annuals that can perennialize, and I'll put in a link to another video that explains that more. I have a lot of my chrysanthemums that have come back. Two of the ones that were from 2019? Yeah, 2019, because it was when we were still in our, no, maybe 2018 then. It was from the first house, nope, because they were from 2019, and I can tell you because that's the year Monica was born, and they were from after she was born that I put them on the porch. So some of my mums from 2019 are now coming back for me and blooming in 2022. So I told y'all in my video about chrysanthemums that you can cut them back, put them in the ground, they'll bounce back for you. I think I had another update video where I showed y'all what was growing outside and that they were coming back, and I was pruning them back earlier this year. So it worked, y'all. But I do try to do a lot of landscaping with either plants that are supposed to come back every year, our perennials, or I try to use different annual plants, like they're sold in the store as annuals, meaning that you plant them one time and you have to come back annually to replant them. But things like lantanas, which I love, which also attract a lot of pollinators, will come back every year if you plant them in the right place, with the right space, for the right reason, in the right season. And I'm going to be talking to y'all a lot about that when I talk about my outdoor gardening, because one thing that I learned when I was doing my Master Gardener class, I think it was one of the members of my cohort who shared this. There was a little poem that says, like, it's very easy to get overwhelmed with your gardening and be underwhelmed by the output or performance of the things that you planted. But gardening goes in phases. When you're starting a garden, the initial year, it sleeps, is what they say. It's not going to bloom a lot. You're going to see the plants that you planted. They may look like they're fizzling out, but that first year is kind of like it's sleeping. If you're planting a lot of seeds, those are kind of getting established, and sometimes plants are just putting down their roots and they're not really growing as much above the surface. And then the second year, it creeps, or the second phase of years. It may be a range of like the first 1 to 2 years it sleeps, and then the second to third or second to fourth, fifth year, it kind of creeps. And then after you've put in the work, after you've really toiled in your garden, and that's not to say that it's laborious, but it's just like you've been dedicated to it. You've been putting in the work. You've continued with it. Then your garden leaps, and you'll look outside and you'll have all these bulbs that you planted that now are established, got their roots down deep. They're growing up. Like now I have some paper whites that this is their second year here, because we've only been in this house for 2 going on 3 years. They started popping up for us, I think back in December when we got a warm front. So I was like, oh no, my spring plants are confused. But now they're really coming up and they're going to bloom for me. So I looked outside, and the dianthus that I planted, that were just some plants that my mom saw one time. We went to Lowe's and they were on clearance for like 80 cents a piece. And I got about 20 of them, and I put some in the center island and I put some on the side islands. They're booming right now, which is great, because in the coming months when it really starts to get warm, they're going to fizzle out a little bit because it's really too hot for them. But because they went down and they were annuals, they were marked on clearance because it wasn't really their blooming season anymore, I got them here, got them in the ground when it was the cooler months in December so that they could get established. They could really get their roots down. They could tap into more of the water table. So they're good to go. So they just started popping up this month, and like early February, they were like starting to put out new blooms. And I wasn't expecting that because I kind of thought, you know, these are annuals. I'm going to put them down. They're going to be nice for a little while, and then that's going to be the end of their season. I do have a lot of pruning to do when it comes to clearing out my cannas, but I am one of those folks that I try to have a pollinator and kind of insect-friendly garden, even though it's my front yard. And that means that, you know, you let things kind of lie. You let these tubes and plants, especially ones that have stalks and leaves, become places where where insects can go inside the plant to really hibernate and overwinter and molt and do the stuff that they need to do. Because, friends, we need pollinators in our gardens. We need the bees. We need these moths, although some of the moths are not friendly, especially in Louisiana. There's stinging moths, there's biting moths, it's all kind of stuff. Our caterpillars that turn into these moths that you got to be knowledgeable of. But at the same time, like really letting these things happen so that the natural pollinators that really go into the leaves and go into the flowers and help us get our vegetables and get our different things that we're trying to grow are established. Like they have somewhere to live, like they got to live somewhere too. And remembering that, especially in these areas with new developments and new housing, like this used to be their environment. Like we're intruding in this space. So that's another story for another day. More gardening stuff is coming. More car confessionals will be coming. I am about to do a shop with me, going to Lowe's and doing some things this weekend. I should be able to vlog some for the Bourbon Festival. Check my calendar, see what else. Yeah, is it the Bourbon Festival? Yeah, Bourbon Festival. I still have those videos that I am going to finish editing and get out to y'all with my king cakes. I did not finish editing my king cake review for Not Too Fancy Bakery, which I loved. And I got some from this donut shop in New Orleans East called The Donut Shop, which was also really good. So, oh, and then I had the one from the Vietnamese bakery out in New Orleans East. I think it's Dong Phong. I may be butchering that. Sorry, y'all. But that'll be coming too. So there's a lot that I owe y'all that I will be giving, a lot that will be happening. And I'm going to wrap this up too, because the longer these videos are, the more processing and editing time it takes as far as me getting it uploaded to the YouTube. But I'm trying to take care of myself too. In the midst of all that, I have this to-do list of vlogging stuff. I have a to-do list of life stuff. And then life happens. And I tell y'all I do different things, but I am a trained social worker. I'm a licensed social worker. So I often talk about living life on life's terms. I've worked in drug therapy, residential drug treatment. I've worked with child and family. So a lot of that also tends to come up in some of the conversations that I have here. Am I giving you clinical advice on here? No. Work with your clinical specialist, whether it's a licensed therapist or a counselor or a medical provider. Might as well tell you to refer to your medical professional, that this is not medical advice I'm giving out. But I do know enough to know too, from the work that I do, that I gotta sit down and really sit with some of these things that have been happening to me and process these things. Like I was talking to one of my friends today, and I realized like of different ways that I was feeling and different things and kind of a funk that I felt like I've been in. Part of that was like that text I sent to my mom. Like I've never literally felt like I might have been like in my last moment, and getting through that and acknowledging it and accepting it for what it was, but also not letting that be something that like continues to weigh on me or continues to have me in a place and space where it's just like analysis paralysis or just mental paralysis of like, what does that mean? And dealing with mortality, dealing with life and death has never been challenging. It's never been something that I've shied away from. Again, I've worked hospice for a year. I helped counsel people through transition and death, but I'm a sensitive kid. So even as an adult, as a 30-something-year-old, I still have to work through those things and own what it is that I'm feeling, and also understand where it is at this point in life and how it's moving me forward, but also not move too forward too fast without sitting down with some of this stuff. It's all a mix of things that's going on at one point in life. And I realized, and I'll wrap up on this, I thought a lot about, I was like, am I having a midlife crisis? Is this something that's going on? Maybe, but it's also that thing of like, I'm in the middle of my life. I'm responsible for this little person. I'm responsible for her life. I'm responsible for being someone's wife. I'm helping with family stuff, helping with like my parents, wanting to like check in with them. It's like all these things that as you approach mid-30s, late 40s, you realize like when they talk about that whole sandwich generation where it's like you're raising your kids but also looking at your parents and things like that. Some of that, but it's just that whole thing of even in the midst of it all, especially as a mom or a parent, for my parents out there, especially for my moms, all of these roles are intersecting at once. And it's all these different emotions that come along with all of these different roles. And it's like, what am I doing to take care of myself, to manage the weight of all these different expectations, thinking about myself and my career? Like, where do I want my career to go next? What am I passionate about doing? Is the work that I'm doing right now reflecting the true passions of my heart? Is there a disconnect with some things because they don't resonate with me like they used to? But also in that, it's like, I need to carve out a space for myself. Like, yes, I'm Monica's mom, and that's a point of pride for me. Yes, I'm Brandon's wife, and that is something that I value. Yes, I am the daughter of my parents, but it's like, who am I? What am I doing for me that's not just a vacation or a pedicure, a manicure, a spa day, a coffee, a smoothie? Like, what am I really doing for me in a substantive way that really sits with me? And I don't know. I don't even know the way to fully describe that. But that's another thing that I'm working through. And getting to that point of saying no and owning my no and not feeling the need to explain where it's no with a period and not a comma or a semicolon or a colon, like nothing. It's no. And being at peace with that. So I know vlogging will still be an important part of that next little chapter for me because it's an outlet. It's something that I do, but letting it be something that I do where it doesn't become another onerous task or something that's more of, I don't want to say a burden, but more of a responsibility or more of another tedious thing that I have to do versus just fun. Because I am one of those people that I know that there is profit that comes in life and you can profit from a lot of things, but I don't want to profit from my purpose to the point where it no longer has any passion or pleasurable or enjoyment to it. So these are the things I've been thinking about. Wanting to connect back with y'all. Wanting to let you know the giveaway winners. And letting you know what's coming next. So if you're here for the ride, just strap on in, like and subscribe. Feel free to share if you feel like this is worth sharing. But stay connected and stay tuned to the channel because there will be more cruise content. There will be more. I've been doing a lot of cooking and not posting it because I'm just like, I'm not this Susie Q in the kitchen kind of person. Like, I take a picture. I do good to take a picture of things versus a video. Like, I'm going to try to push myself to do some shop with me's where I actually shop and talk with y'all. But I've been trying to do my stuff and get and go. Like, I'll be on a mission. So, yeah, I do have a GoPro. That was another thing about editing this cruise stuff. I tried to get myself to really record with the GoPro that my husband got me for my birthday. And then I was like, oh, I got to sit down to this. I got to connect this. I got to get this to my thing with my editor. Like, that was why I didn't want to do the GoPro, because I knew it was going to be one more thing to clickety-click and moving it. And given I'm somewhat tech savvy, but I don't like to have to like do all these other steps. I want it to be easy peasy, click it, move it, do it, turn it, done, post it. So I got a whole bunch of stuff that I know I can download from the cloud and move here and move there and do all the stuff with the GoPro. But I still have to work with the GoPro more. Actually, right now I need to charge it because it's dead. I'm going to get there, y'all. But if you stay with me, stay connected to the channel, you will get to see the progress. And if you find any information that's been here, now we're about to be 45 minutes in. Maybe I'll edit this into a part 1 and 2. Maybe I won't. But yeah, let me know. Give me some feedback. There will be more giveaways happening based on some of the interactions on the channel. So if you're here, if you're participating, don't I sound like a school teacher? If you're here and you're active and participating, then you might win something. But I'm going to wrap it up now. As always, this is Fix It with Fran, where I talk about all things faith, family, food, and fun. Thank you for coming to this Sunday sit down. Stick around. More stuff will be coming. As always, I want to leave with y'all the reminder that I truly do believe that God has given us all gifts and talents that can fix some problem that exists in the world. There are lots of problems in the world, and I don't diminish that, but I truly want to remind you, if you've been around, tell you if you're new here for the first time, that I believe we can all fix something. And until next time, I pray that you would find that thing and fix it. Thanks for watching, y'all. Bye. Surprise! You are now going to find out about one of the things I had coming on the channel, which is that I'm going to start doing some sudden giveaways, and they're just going to be random clips in the beginning, middle, end of a video. So if you are the first person who comments on this video, you can win a prize, but you have to make a specific comment, so listen carefully. What I want you to do is comment "Let's fix it" in the comment section on this video. And if you're the first person to do that, I will reach out to you and follow up and let you know what you've won.